Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine and this is my season now. Y'all, I just want to share something really quick, right? I just dropped Skylar off at school and God just spoke something into my heart that I just want to share with y'all, right? And that is God is the good vine dresser, okay? He said he's the good vine dresser. Listen, the vine dresser knows what needs to be cut off in order for the vine to bear the most fruit. Y'all, trust God, okay? Because it all has a purpose. The entire purpose of the vine dresser is to get the vine into its place to be able to bear the most fruit. It's some of us find the process because the cutting do not feel good. Sometimes the cutting feels lonely. How many of y'all, I don't really do plants, but my mom do. How many of y'all have had to cut off some dead things off of a plant, but it was all it was all for the good of the plant. It was all because you had a vision in mind of what this plant can be. It's all because you know what type of plant you planted, and with the proper care and maintenance, it can you know the potential of this plant. And God is the exact same way, but he's, of course, his ways is higher and his ways are better. We're only reflections and images of, God in certain ways, but God is way higher and he's way better and he's perfect. So just imagine that you're that plant, but who's taking care of you and who's maintaining you? He literally can't make no mistakes. He literally can't cut off too much. He won't cut off more than you can bear. He won't cut, not saying that the cutting is not gonna hurt you in that moment, but it's all to get you to the greater good, to get you to who he created you to be, to get you to the image that he has in mind for you. Because God think good thoughts towards us to get us to our expected end. It's some of us, we're okay with just being the little shrub, but God said, no, I literally called you to bear much fruit. So if it takes me to put you in a season where I had to cut you down back to the original plant and put you in a season of isolation where I water you and I speak life into you and I watch you grow. God said that's just what I do, because I know who you are. I know who I called you to be. Before I even placed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. There is literally nothing new under the sun. Everything under the sun has already been done before. God literally stands on the outside of eternity. He sees us at our ending. We just have to persevere. We just have to keep going. We have to trust God where it looks like we've taken 10 steps ahead and he pulls us back to square one. Because something ain't right. Listen, he sees where those bad roots has gotten tangled up in us. And he's the good vine dresser, and he can go and pull us up out of our pots and shake off the dead excess and the dead leaves and move the weeds and sometimes it don't feel good because some of them weeds been with us since the very beginning. How many of y'all know that's a painful Jesus? God is a good vine dresser. Y'all, I literally see a vision of a plant being pulled up out of its pot And it's some of us, we're in this place of transition where we've been in this place for so long and we've gotten so comfortable here. Not that we don't know that the place where we are is no longer suitable for us. Like, literally, there's thoughts in our heads of us going into bigger places, right? Living in a bigger house and working on a bigger job and being called to bigger assignments. We know it, but it's just that we've been in this pot so long. God is the good vine dresser, that he knows our times and our seasons. He knows when the pot has gotten too tight, but we're comfortable. It's some of us, we're literally in that transition where we've been snatched out. And God is moving us. And it's uncomfortable because we don't quite yet see the new place yet. I don't know who this word is for besides myself. But this is just your reminder that God knows you. He knows the fruit that he ordained for you to produce, because he knows the seeds that he put down on the inside of you. When you were just a seed, when he placed you in your mother's womb, he already knew you. He knew you by name. He ordained you. He set you apart. He called you out of this world. He put you in this world, but your originations were in heaven. Your story was already written in heaven. There's angels that are literally on assignment, that as the very moment you open your eyes in the morning, they're standing guard over you, because God has a purpose and a plan for you. That situation was only to prune you. It couldn't break you. It couldn't take you out, because God's word over your life cannot fail. You have to become who God says you are. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is long suffering. And some of y'all was some stubborn plants. You didn't want to let the pot go. So since God had to snatch you up out of the plant and put you in your new beginning, you stubborn. You don't want to take root. But God is patient. God's still speaking life over you. God is so kind. He's still watering you every day. How many of y'all been stubborn? Oh, Jesus, my Lord. But he's so patient. He's so kind. He's so loving. What looks like God is trying to hurt us and break us is really to get us to grow and to produce more fruit. We had to let go of some things. We had to lose some people who were wrapped up around us, who've been with us since the very beginning. But God said I had to let them grow with you for a minute, because you weren't mature enough for me to separate you. He said the separation would have broke you at your early stages. But they've served their purpose. Now I have to separate the wheat from the tare. Just because they came up with you and y'all came up in the same household and y'all came from the same, oh my God, I gotta say what God's saying. Just because y'all came from the same mother, you think y'all the same plant. But God said, I'm the good vine dresser. I know who I called you to be. I know the purpose that I put over your life before I put you in your mother's womb. Sometimes those vines and those type of weeds were just to serve a purpose for that timing. But God said, I'm in control of your time and your seasons. Trust God. He's the good vine dresser. Trust God in the separation. Ooh, y'all. Listen, the only way that I'm able to speak these words the way that I am is because I had to go through it. Because I had to go through and let go of people, places, and things that I thought I would never let go. And it's painful. So I'm encouraging myself in the midst of me encouraging you to trust God. He's the good vine dresser. His whole entire purpose is to work everything together for our good. Romans 8:28. His whole entire purpose is that no weapon formed shall prosper. The snatching out, it didn't feel good. But that weapon was not meant to hurt you. Y'all listen, sometimes the hand of God feels like a weapon, right? Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it's uncomfortable. But even that is just a season. Sometimes we have to go through a season of uprooting. But there's also going to be a season of planting. There's also a season of growing, y'all. And it's all to get you to your expected end, for you to bear much fruit. Trust the process. And it's somebody who, like me, like, God, you uprooted me, you separated me, you cut me, you pruned me. Now you've replanted me, but I still don't see no fruit. And I've been so patient. And God said, I'm the good vine dresser. Trust me. There's a time and a season for everything under the sun. How many of y'all been in a season where it looks like every plant around you is bearing fruit? Everybody getting what they prayed for. Everybody getting this, everybody getting that. But you still, God said, I'm the good vine dresser. There's a time and a season for everything under the sun. There's certain type of plants that their fruit come forth all at once. Yes, indeed, and it won't be long, declares the Lord. Things are going to happen so fast, your head will spin. Some versions say your head will swim. One thing, fast on the heels of another. The vision is for an appointed time. Write the vision, make it plain, because in this time, I'm going to do it quickly. It's going to be suddenly, swiftly, and it's not much longer now. I don't know who God had me to come on and encourage this morning, y'all, but there's such a peace. There's such a love in the atmosphere. That's why I'm talking calm like this. If y'all notice in most of my videos, I'm always loud, but there's just such a calming. When I was in school, y'all, my favorite subject was science. There was science, and there was just something about when we learned about plants that just, I don't know. There's just something I love about, like, I'm not a planter, but I love the science behind plants, like how they grow, and it's just something that just amazes me. And one day in science, we were learning about the things that make plants grow. And one of the things that make plants grow is talking to them, right? So there was an experiment where there was a person who spoke mean to her plant every day, like just spoke mean to the plant every day. And then there was another person who spoke kind words to her plant every day. And at the end of some time, right, they measured the plants, and both of the plants, they had the even amount of growing, because it wasn't the energy that was spoken to the plants that was causing them to grow. It was the oxygen that was causing them to grow. I don't know the point of that, but I just wanted to share that. That God is sending some words over someone, and it's going to help your growth. Maybe that was the point. So that's just what I wanted to share with you guys this morning. I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. All of creation is waiting on the manifestation of man. Y'all, God is really dealing with me when it comes to patience, because I'm such a speedy person, and I feel like when I have a desire and I want something and I want it now, and sometimes if I don't get it, then even that is a root that God is having to deal with me on, right? Impatience and control, because I want to control my environment so much to get exactly what I want. But God is like, nope, that's a root. I got to break you up from that. Now I'm just making you rest and wait. That's for somebody. As you rest, you'll receive. Let go of how you thought it was gonna turn out, how you want the process to go, when you wanted it, and just rest in the vine dresser's hand, knowing that he's protecting you. He's giving you everything you need when you need it, and he's a good vine dresser. So that's all I got for y'all. Have a blessed day. I love y'all.